तिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So I welcome all of you to this weekly Gita online classes. So the first half an hour we'll discuss 1-2 verses from Bhagavad Gita, then we'll open the forum for the question answer. So right now we are studying second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and in the last class we studied from the 31st verse to 36th verse. And in those verses, we saw Lord Krishna is telling to Arjuna on Sakam Karma Yoga. So Krishna is telling that if you will not fight, thinking that they are my relatives, so they will laugh at you. They will make fun of you that you are a coward. And because of the fear, you just left the war. And you can't tolerate this kind of words from your enemy. So don't think that they will tell good about you, that how magnanimous Arjuna is. Arjuna didn't fight and Arjuna left us. No, they won't talk about that. They will tell that how coward this person is. Out of fear, he ran from the war. And when you will hear this kind of words, it is worse than death. That was the main theme Krishna was telling in that. So then Krishna was telling, you are thinking that by not fighting you will enjoy. How will you enjoy? When people will tell this kind of words, then it is worse than death. People will spit on your face that what a coward Kshatriya you are. You ran from the war field. So Arjuna, so you can't leave. It is worse than death. So there is no enjoyment. So please fight. So now in the 2.37, now Krishna is giving a case 1 and case 2. If you will fight, what will happen? And okay, Arjuna may say that, okay, Arjuna, okay, Krishna, what if you will fight and if I get defeated by them? That is also the case. There are so many big warriors are there, Bhishma, Drona, Karna. So if Arjuna thinks that in case if I get defeated in the war, then what will be my consequences? So Krishna now is telling, whether you win or you lose, there is a win-win situation for you. So the first win-win situation Krishna is telling here in 2.37. So what is the win-win situation of life? Let's recite the verse. Very nice verse it is. 2.37. Those who have books, you all can refer the books, and those who don't have books can see in the screen. Hato va prapsasi swargam jitva va bokshase mahi tasmat uttishta kaunteya yuddhaya krita nishchaya. So see, your Krishna is telling, Hato va prapsasi swargam. Hato means if by chance you are killed. Hato, hatya ho gaya. Hato va, if you are killed, if you are defeated, prapsasi will get what? Swarga, the heavenly planet. Because the Kshatriya who are killed in the war field, for them, the doors of heaven are always open. Because while performing their duty, they died. Okay? Case number 2. Jitva va bhokshase mahim. If you will win in the war field, jitva, अगर हम जीत हासिल करते हैं, जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे, will enjoy. Mahim means earth planet. So if you'll win in the war field, you will become the king of the whole earth and you will enjoy. And if you will die, then you will go to heaven. There you will enjoy Somras and Apsaras. The enjoyment is in both the cases. So why to fear? So that is the point of Krishna now. So just fight. Tasmad Uttishta Kaunteya. Therefore, Uttishta, get up. Uttishta means get up. Kaunteya, oh my dear Kunti Putra, get up. Uddhaya, Krita Nishchaya. Uddhaya means fight. Krita Nishchaya. Be determined with your goal, fixed up in the goal, and please get up and fight in the war field. So Krishna is requesting Arjuna that if you will not fight, then the life is worse than death. People will make you fun. And if you will fight, if you will win, then you will enjoy the earth, you will become the king of the earth. And if you lose and die, then you will go to heaven and enjoy the heaven. So the enjoyment is there. Because Arjuna's one of the point is that I will not get enjoyment. If you remember in the first chapter, he was telling, I will not get enjoyment. So Krishna is telling, not by fighting you will get enjoyment. By fighting you will get enjoyment. By restraining yourself from fighting, you will not get enjoyment. Because Arjuna was telling, if I'll kill them, then my relatives will be not there. Then how can I enjoy? That was Arjuna's point. Baba, the relatives will make worst of your life. When you will not fight, the same relatives will tell that you are the coward and you ran from the war. Actually, that is the worst from than death. So the solution is that fight. If you win, you will become king and enjoy. If you will die, you will go to heaven and enjoy. So for enjoyment, he has to fight. So Krishna just clarified all the misconception of Arjuna. Okay. So Arjuna still may say that, okay, but still, Krishna, if I'll fight, then I'll incur a lot of sin because I have to kill Brahmanas, I have to kill a spiritual master like Dronacharya, is a Brahmana, is a Guru, Aswathama, Kripacharya. So many Brahmanas are there, Gurus are there, uncles are there, Pitama, Bhishma is there. So all these fatherly figures they are. So if I'll kill them, then obviously I'll get sin, right? Because I have to kill my relatives. So that may be the question in Arjuna's mind. Keeping that question in Arjuna's mind, Krishna is replying from 2.38. Verse number 2.38, you can see now. So in this verse, actually, for the first time, Krishna is now switching to Niskam Karma Yoga. Till now, he was talking about Karma Yoga, but for the first time, now he's talking about Niskam Karma Yoga. So very nice verse this is. Here it is explained how the Niskam Karma Yoga is. So let's recite the verse. Sukha dukha same krutva labha labhau jaya jau tato yuddhaya yujjashva naivam papam abhakshasi. So just see, here now Krishna is changing the gear. Till now, Krishna was talking about enjoyment, because enjoyment is the carrot for the Sakam Karma Yogi. Company में गाजर दिखाई दे ना, if you perform nicely, you will get a hike. Performance appraisal. So this for the Sakam Karma Yogi, the carrot is enjoyment. Okay, if you work very nicely, if you do your duties very nicely, then you will go to heaven, and there you will enjoy Apsaras, and you will become king, and you can enjoy like anything. So enjoyment is the bombarding word for a Sakam Karma Yogi. So they are always thinking about enjoyment, and they are focused on the duty. But now Krishna saw this Arjuna is not interested for enjoyment. He is not at all interested to enjoyment. So let me change the strategy now. So now Krishna increased his level. So that's how the Bhagavad Gita is so systematically, all the yoga you can go through in the Bhagavad Gita. And actually Arjuna is not getting bewildered. He is okay. But by Krishna's whatever you say, the Krishna's influence or Krishna's Maya, Arjuna is getting bewildered, and Krishna is making Arjuna as an instrument to teach all the yoga, so that the mankind can take advantages of all this yoga, and whatever a person likes, he can practice that. So now in the verse 2.38, Krishna upgraded to Sakam Karma Yogi to Niskam Karma. So Niskam Karma Yogi means what? Niskam. There is no kamana. There is no result-oriented thought. I am doing my duty. I am doing my work as a matter of duty. That is called Niskam. Whether he gives me some appreciation, or he gives some recognition, or whether he acknowledges or not, I don't care that. I am just doing it because this is my duty, and I feel good by doing this duty. You will find this kind of persons in this world also. So this concept is called Niskam Karma Yoga. Sukha dukhe samay kritva. Oh my dear Arjuna, Krishna is telling the formula. Sukh dukh, kabhi khushi, kabhi gam. The original formula comes from here, 2.38. Krishna is telling 5,000 years ago. Sukhe dukhe, in happiness or in sadness, samay kritva, you balance your mind. Maintain your equilibrium of mind in happiness and in sadness. Labha labho. Labha means whether you gain something, lottery, 1 crore lottery, labha labho, or you lose something, crash in the stock market, something happened. So whether gain or loss, balance yourself. Okay. And then the third thing is telling jaya ajaya, whether you win in the battlefield or you lose in the battlefield. So don't think about the result. Duality is like, see, in the Bhagavatam it is mentioned why a human being is fearful. Because of the dualities of life. Dualities means whether I'll get or not, whether I'll become happy or sad. So always going to the two extreme of the life. Happiness, sadness, win, loss, life, death. So when you think about the two things, then automatically you'll get anxiety. So the formula is that don't think about the dualities, do your best in the present. Anyhow, future is not in our control. We don't have a control of the future, and we don't know the result. But one thing we can do, that right now we can give our maximum effort at the present situation and rest assured on God. And that's what the Niskam Karma Yoga is. Krishna is telling, don't think about all this yes, no, good, bad, win, lose. Tatha yuddhaya yujyase, and just yuddhaya yujyase, just engage in the warfield matter of duty. Naivam papam avapsyasi. By doing that, Arjuna, naivam, you will not get what? Papam. Papam is sin. He will not get sin. Because when a person will get sin, when he is result oriented. I am doing this so that I will get this. I am doing this so that Prabhupada will tell me like that. So when you think about the result-oriented work, means that is called the duplicitous mind. You are doing, but you are not straightforward. You are crooked. You are thinking something else. By doing this, I'll convince that person and I'll get out that thing. So these are all called Sakam Karma Yoga, result-oriented. But Krishna is telling just focus is a matter of duty. Don't think about win and loss. Perform your duty as a matter of duty as a Kshatriya to establish dharma. When you do this kind of duty, there will be no sinful reaction. Forget about sins. That was the crux of Niskam Karma Yoga. Clear? Very simple. Niskam Karma Yoga. Outwardly, both looks the same. Sakam Karma Yogi and Niskam Karma Yogi. Both are doing the activity. Outwardly, both will look same. But there is a hell and heaven difference. Sakam Karma Yogi thinks about the result. But Niskam Karma Yogi thinks about duty, not about result. So that is the difference between these two. So here Krishna introduced this Niskam Karma Yogi concept. Okay, so now the very nice commentaries are given by Prabhupada. So Prabhupada very clearly explains that the same concept of Niskam Karma Yogi, how one should be focused in our duty. And then 2.39. 2.39 now, before beginning Niskam Karma Yogi, this is the sloka 2.39. And here Krishna again tells, Krishna actually gives another terminology to Niskam Karma Yogi. Krishna tells that Buddhi Yoga. So this Buddhi Yoga is also non-different than Niskam Karma Yogi. So what is this Buddhi Yoga? Try to understand this. 2.39. 2.39. Esa te vihita sankhye buddhir yoge tu imam srunu buddhya yukta yaya partha karma bandham prahasyashi. So in 2.39 now, in detail, Krishna is now telling, because now he introduced Niskam Karma Yoga, so now he is going to explain it in detail. Just like Sakam Karma Yoga, a few verses he explained. Ese te bihita sankhya. In this way, I am now speaking to you about Sankhya. Buddhir yoge tu imam srunu. This Niskam Karma Yoga is also named as a Buddhi Yoga. Okay, Buddhi yoge tu imam srunu. Please hear, Arjuna. Buddhaya yukta jaya partha. This yoga is performed by engaging the intelligence. Because it's not so easy that I am doing the duty, but I am not attached to the result. It needs a sort of intelligence. Otherwise, in general, people get attached to the result. Karma bandhana prahasyashi. By this, you will be free from the karma bandhana. So one good thing is Niskam Karma Yogi is that he doesn't get tired by the reactions of the karma. He is free from the karma. But a Sakam Karma Yogi is bound by the karma. That is how Niskam Karma Yogi is higher than Sakam Karma. So this Buddhi Yoga, Krishna is now going to explain from the verse 40 to verse 53. 40 to 53 is going to explain about the Niskam Karma Yoga. But before explaining about Niskam Karma Yoga, few verses he will give a glimpse of Bhakti Yoga also. From the verse 40 to verse 46, Krishna is going to speak about Bhakti Yoga. For the first time in the Gita, now you will see about Bhakti Yoga. And then from the 47 to 53, he will tell in detail about Niskam Karma. So if you see in the whole Bhagavad Gita, in between Krishna will telling little bit about Bhakti Yoga, here and there, nuts and peace. Because Bhakti Yoga is pervaded across the whole Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna wanted to tell that, so he's giving a glimpse in between. And in detail, he will narrate from chapter 7 to chapter 12. The 6th chapter, he is going to explain about Bhakti Yoga. Can you imagine 6 chapters? So, but before that also, he will give a glimpse of Bhakti Yoga. So now he is going to explain in the next verse, verse 40, what is this Bhakti Yoga is all about. He's going to explain. So let's try to read verse number 2.40. This verse 2.40 is one of the most important verse of Bhagavad Gita, where it is explained how this Bhakti Yoga is so beneficial and so helpful. So you all can be very much benefited by reading this 2.40. It's one of the very important verse of Bhagavad Gita. So please open your book 2.40, and I'm also sharing the screen 2.40. Neha vikramana sosti pratyavayu na vidyate swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhaya. So this is one of the very important verse of 2nd chapter. And if possible, you can also try to memorize this verse. And this is the verse of Bhakti Yoga. Neha vikrama nasosti. Avikrama means whatever you are doing effort process in Bhakti Yoga. naso means nash ho jana, loss. Nasosti. Neha. Na plus abhikrama. Na means not. So there is no loss if somebody practices bhakti yoga. There is no loss. Krishna is telling. Pratyavayuna vidyate. Somebody may tell that, suppose for example, somebody is doing yajna, fire sacrifice, okay? And he couldn't complete the fire sacrifice because of some reason. So then he won't get the result, right? Because he has not completed the fire sacrifice. Only when you will complete the fire sacrifice, then only you will get the result. So you will not get any result. Just like somebody is studying in the 10th board exam. And whole year he has labored very much. He did hard work and he learned everything. But because of some situation, he couldn't appear the exam. So what will happen? Will he get the result? Not, nah? Because he couldn't appear the exam, he will not get the result. Again, he had to study next year. But is it the same thing with Bhakti Yoga? Somebody chanting very nicely and practicing all the 4 regulative principles, doing everything very nicely. But something happened. And at the last of the life, he couldn't do it properly. So what will happen? Gone everything. So Krishna is telling, Neha Vikramanasasti, even though you have not completed the process of Bhakti Yoga perfectly, Neha Nas, there is no loss. Whatever you have earned, that will be remained. Suppose you have earned so much of hard-earned money and you have kept in your bank, SBI Bank, Citibank, HDFC Bank. And you, when the old age comes, you die. So when you get a next life, will you take the money through your next account? Not right. That goes. But Bhakti account is not like that. Whatever you are depositing in the Bhakti account, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. 1 coin deposited. Like that way, how many rounds you are chanting Lord's name? All that is get accumulated in your account. And even though you die, with whatever you have accumulated, that will carry forward to the next birth. There is no loss. Krishna is telling here. Neha Vikrama Nasosti. Arjuna, there is no loss. Even though you might have committed some mistake or you couldn't complete the process, still no loss. Profit. Whatever you have deposited, that will be with you only. Pratyavayuna vidyate. And suppose somebody is doing yajna and couldn't complete, means it's a great sin. People get reaction. When do some puja to some devata rituals and you couldn't complete the puja properly, then you get the reaction also. There is a vidhi. When you couldn't complete the vidhi properly, then you get reaction, negative reaction. But here he is telling, Pratyavayuna vidyate, even though you couldn't complete the process properly, na vidyate, there is no reaction, there is no sin. Just see, na? What a process it is. Krishna is clarifying, if we have done the process imperfectly, no sin, couldn't complete, no loss. Whatever you have done, that will be carried forward to the next life. Swalpam apyasya dharmasya. And if you have done swalpam, very less, alpam, dharmasya means bhakti yoga. If you have done very little bhakti yoga, trayate mahato bhaya. Trayate means taran karna. It will protect you from mahato bhaya, from the greatest danger of life. Small investment, greatest interest. This is the formula Krishna is telling. Small investment in bhakti can protect you from the great to great danger. The example coming into my mind is our Ajamila. If you might have heard the name of Ajamila in the Bhagavad Puran. This Ajamila has committed all kind of sinful activity. And there is no sinful activity that was not in his diary. He was a Brahmana, but because he infatuated with an Sudra kind of a prostitute lady. So he brought that prostitute lady to the house, and then he rejected his own wife, his own parents. eh? And then he started living with that prostitute, and then he started maintaining her, fulfilling her desire. Then all kind of abominable activities started doing. He started eating non-veg. Then the prostitute demanded money. I want this, I want that. Then he had to fulfill all the demands. And he's a poor Brahmana fellow. What he will do? He started doing murders, robbery, all kind of things started doing. So the life was filled with sinful activity. And when the death came, he was about to die. And because he has committed practically the whole life sinful activities, so the Yamadutas came to take the soul, and they were taking the soul. And that time, Ajamila had a small child. His name was Narayan. Just imagine, because when a person get panic and trouble, whatever is attached to that object, he remembers. That's how sometimes the children, when they get wounded or fall, if they fell down, they immediately call the mother, I go, or mummy. Why? Because that is the most attached things in their life. So this Ajamila was attached to a small child. Because small child, the younger child, generally the parents, they get attached to the younger child. So immediately when the Yamadutas were taking Ajamila, immediately called Narayan. He called the small child. Not God. He was calling the child because of his attachment. And immediately 4 Vishnu Dutas arrived there. And they stopped the Yamadutas. So Yamaduta told, what is this? This fellow committed all sinful activity throughout the life. Our diaries were filled with his activities. And why you are stopping us? Vishnu Dutta told, he chanted Narayan. Well, by chanting one Narayan, it is nullify all the sin. Yes. They got surprised, the Yamadutas. Good night, commit all sinful activity and chant one Hare Krishna. Done. So then they thought that, but they can also fight, right? Because Vishnu Dutas are very powerful. They are with the Sankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. And this Yamadutta, they saw that there is no point in fighting with them. So they just left the place and they came to Narak. And they asked Yamaraj, for the first time in their life, somebody defeated us. So Yamaraj was also quite excited. Somebody defeated you? Who were they? Don't know. They were with the 400 forms, Sankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, they were holding. Yamaraj told, but you didn't fight right, na? Better. Good, you didn't fight. Otherwise, your hands you might have lost in that fight only. They were the personal attendant of Vishnu. So whenever these people come in front of you, never fight with them. Unka muh nahi lagne ka. They are the most powerful. And then these Yamadutas, they got surprised. They were thinking that you are my Lord, you are the most powerful living entity in this whole creation, but you are telling somebody else is there. Then Yamaduta gives the first Bhagavatam class in the Nark, in the hell. He gave the first Bhagavatam class in the hell, where he got a chance to glorify Vishnu. And he tells that Haraya Gada Vibhuttam. Wherever there is a Vishnu or his devotees who are chanting Hare Krishna or who are wearing neck beads or putting tilak, don't go near them. Otherwise, the club of Lord Hari will come and he will kill you. So that's how the glory of chanting. Sukadev Goswami is telling that, just imagine this Ajamil committed the whole life sinful activity, and while dying, he just called once Narayan, that too not God but his child, and he was protected. Swalpam api trayate. Oh my God. Krishna is telling here in the Bhagavad Gita this sloka. So this sloka is directly applicable here. Swalpam api asya dharmasya. Very little, just called once Narayan. Trayate mahato bhaya. It has protected him from going to hell. Can you imagine? That is the glory of holy name. So just imagine, if you chant Hare Krishna, remembering Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, how much it will benefit you. Can you just imagine? He was calling his child, and Lord Vishnu heard. And if you call directly Krishna, Radha Vrindavan Vihari, oh my Lord, please, I'm calling you, please listen, please give your mercy, then he will chant. Just imagine how much benefit he will get from this chanting. That was the question of Sukadev Goswami in Bhagavad. That is what Bhakti Yoga is. Bhakti Yoga is such a process. It is so practical, so scientific, especially for this Kali Yuga. Anybody can practice it. Anybody. Even a hunter like Dasyu Ratnakar can become Valmiki. Even a Mrigari, even a boy like Prahlad Dhruva can become pure devotee. Even kings like Parikshit Maharaj, they become devotee. Even Brahmachari like Narad Muni. Anybody at any time, place, circumstance, this Bhakti Yoga is applicable, can practice, and we can get benefit out of it. So today we discussed about, the last class we discussed about Sakam Karma Yoga. So today we discussed about Niskam Karma Yoga. Niskam Karma Yoga is performing the duty without attachment to the result. And this Niskam Karma Yoga, when a person does, is not incur any sin. Saying that, before elaborately explaining about Niskam Karma Yoga, Krishna is now telling about Bhakti Yoga. And today we saw in the Bhakti Yoga the famous verse, Neha Vikramana Sosti Pratyavayu Swalpamapi Asya Dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bhayam. A little endeavor in Bhakti can protect you from greatest dangers of the life. And there is no sin even though you commit Bhakti Yoga imperfectly. And whatever you are performing, that will be carry forward in your next life. There is no loss. Thank you very much for attending the class and giving your time. So here we stop today's discussion. Now I'm giving access. You all have any questions or any comment or any reflection, you can just unmute yourself and you can share your question or reflections. Hare Krishna. Yes, Saratji. You look so excited today.
Always excited. So this is very interesting about Bhakti Yoga.
Yeah.
So that means even if we chant any Krishna Bhagavan's mantra, not just Hare Krishna, any Krishna Bhagavan's mantra, it should be perfectly fine, correct? Second question. I think many of you people know in India, I'm just learning about it, is that when you chant these mantras again and again, there's a term called ajappa, which means it starts going inside you forever. It doesn't stop day or night. So my second question is this, that you are following the 4 elements. This mantra is going on and you get sick for whatever reason. And then you cannot chant the mantra. It's going inside your body automatic. So moksha is automatic then, right? Is that a correct assumption?
So when your question is that you are chanting and you are sick because of some condition, you are not able to chant.
Yeah. Because this automatic japa, it becomes automatic inside your body, you know. So even though you are sick in the hospital, whatever, it's going on automatic.
Yeah, Krishna
so my assumption then is from Gita that means moksha is automatic, correct? Is that a good assumption?
One thing we have to understand, Krishna is in your heart as a Parama.
Yes.
Super soul.
Exactly.
The main thing is that our sincerity.
Exactly. Sincerity, yes.
So if a person sincerely practicing bhakti, and very sincerely chanting, following for regulative principles, and doing everything, and something happens in his life. So Krishna is seeing, Krishna is in their heart, and Krishna will definitely have, no doubt at all. But there is another extreme is that somebody may think that, this Ajamil did all the sinful activity and while dying just chanted one time, protected, very good. So I'll also commit all the sinful activity, nonsense things, and then I'll also chant while dead. This is called duplicity. This is not
yes.
sin. So
Yeah.
Krishna will never help this kind of person.
Yeah, you explain
You
Ajamil case.
cannot cheat Krishna. He is the greatest cheater.
You explained Ajamil case last time. Yes.
Ah,
Now,
so we can't cheat Krishna, Baba. Krishna is there in our heart. Before we think anything, Krishna is knowing what we are thinking.
yes. Now, second question.
Main thing in bhakti is our sincerity. We should be very
Yes.
sincere in
Yes.
our practice. Then Krishna will help, rest assured, no doubt.
Yes. Okay. And second and last question for me for today is this. Okay. In India, it's probably not so much of a problem, but in other countries, like in US, for example. Okay. So when you're eating food in outside, okay, say like you order a pizza, okay, you say you want a vegetarian pizza, but sometimes, there's this knife that they use, we have no control in, okay. So the knife they use, maybe using some other kind of pizza. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I found out later on, though of course I try to avoid eating outside, but I'm just saying those type of things, I hope they are forgiven, because we did not do on purpose, but somebody fooled us. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's my last question.
Yeah, same thing again, Prabhu, the same concept comes sincerity. When you are going outside somewhere and you are trying your level best to find some vegetarian restaurant where these kind of things are not there. And if you are getting somewhere, then that is well and good.
Yes.
And someday where you're not able to get, and one restaurant is there, that is the only thing, and you're hungry, and then that is the exceptional case.
Yes. Now I found sometimes I ask them a question and they say they have separate knife for a vegetarian pizza and separate knife for other pizza. So, but again, you have to trust them. So that's all I have, Prabhuji. Good explanation for today.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Prabhuji, I want to ask you one question.
Yes, Rajendra Prabhu.
The question is, human life is for Ananda, please. And there is Tukaram's Abhanga also, Ananda Chitohi, Ananda Taranga. Then why not Sakam Karma is also appreciable in this?
Sorry, Sakam?
Sakam, this Karma is not treated as the right one.
Okay. Okay, Tukaram Maharaj, when he tells about Ananda, that Ananda is not material sense gratification. That Ananda is talking about spiritual happiness. There is a difference between material happiness and spiritual happiness. Material happiness, like you want to enjoy, you want to do sense gratification, extreme sense gratification, you want to do something, that is all material sense gratification. Material happiness, one gets with that. That is temporary. But when Tukaram Maharaj is telling Ananda, that Ananda where somebody is dancing, always is high on that Ananda, that is not material. Material happiness is very temporary. Somebody takes a pack, get a high, after second, third, he sleeps. That goes down only. Anything you do, that is a limitation. But in spiritual happiness, it is unlimited. There is no limitation. If suppose you are chanting Hare Krishna, you are getting happiness in your heart, you are chanting more, you are getting more happiness, more, it keep on increasing. There is no limit to it. But material happiness is not like that. There is a limit. The body cannot handle more than that. And that is a temporary. But spiritual happiness, when you are connected with Krishna, you are getting access to that oceanic happiness. And there is no limit to that. And that is what the real Ananda, the soul, is looking for. But we are finding that, searching that Ananda in some different place. We are searching that Ananda in the garbage. In form of sense gratification, intoxication, illicit sex, all these bad things. People are going there because everybody is looking for happiness, but they're searching in a wrong place, and that is temporary things. So the real place is spiritual, where you will get a permanent, eternal happiness that will take you back to Godhead. A Sakam Karma Yogi cannot go back to Godhead. At max, he can go to heaven, Swarga, and there he will get the highest sense gratification. But after his credits were completed, again he has to come to the earthly planet. In this way, he will continue in the cycle. but the species, the life, the enjoyment will be little higher balances at max. So that is not the goal, but Niskam Karma Yogi, he can free from birth and death lifestyle because he is not result oriented. He is duty oriented, keeping dharma as the center. Okay?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, anybody else? Any comment, questions? Sasi Prakash ji, Manjari ji, Samir, Vikas, Satrupa Mata ji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for the class. Prabhuji, we are sadhana bhaktas. हम कभी जो निष्काम कर्म के बारे में पूछ रहे हैं, हम कुछ सपोज हमने एक काम किया है, डिवोटी को हेल्प किया, तभी हमारे माइंड में एक ऐसे माइंड ऐसे एजिटेट होता है कि तुमने जो अच्छा काम किया इसका रिजल्ट अच्छा मिलेगा, ऐसे ऐसे माइंड दिल से बोलते हैं। तो वो मतलब निष्काम कर्म होगा क्या? मतलब हमने रिजल्ट मांगा भी नहीं, लेकिन माइंड अंदर से बोल रहे तुमको इसका अच्छा गुण मिलेगा, अच्छा गुण मिलेगा, तो उसमें क्या कर सकते हैं? मतलब
Means, if I understood your question properly, you are doing some kind of a work, but your mind is giving a thought that you have done something good thing and you will get some good return because of that.
Yes.
But you are not expecting, but your mind is giving a thought like that.
Yes.
So exactly. So basically, Niskam Karma Yoga is not so practical in today's day and age. As I told, so Niskam Karma means you have to do karma as per your varna and ashram, and nobody knows all these detailed technicalities. So it is not practical. So take it lightly. So nobody is doing any Niskam Karma Yoga right now in the Kali Yuga. But to talk about Niskam Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, nobody is doing. Very rare somebody is doing. So basically Bhakti Yoga is practical, and when you are doing something good to somebody and the mind is giving an desire that you have done something good and something good may happen to you. So desire may come, that is okay, but it should not turn to expectation. So when the desires become expectation, and then the problems happen in the life. Because you think that I have done something good to him, so then he should also do something good to me. And when the situation comes, he doesn't turn off towards you about something good things, then you get hurt. And that's how relation strain happens, all the dynamics begins, then you get emotionally hurt and all. So the best thing is that do good to other without any expectation. Whatever is your strength, do that much only. If it is going beyond your strength, then you tell, oh, this is my strength and I did this much only. Don't cross your limit also. If you're such a great soul and if you don't have any expectation, then that is exceptional, that is okay. But if you have that limitation, then better in your boundary, how much you can help other, do that much only and be satisfied, be happy in your capacity.
Okay.
Critical sense, I think.
So ये mind में thought process आते हैं, that is due to the Kali Yuga effect.
So whenever thought process comes, channelize it with Krishna. I did for keeping Krishna in the center. I did for serving Krishna, and you did something like that. You can connect it with Krishna rather than keeping yourself in the center.
Okay.
The devotee of Krishna, he is a devotee of Krishna. I help Krishna's devotee. You think like that way. Everything bhakti means everything connecting with Krishna. So wherever there is no Krishna, be away from that. So wherever there is a connection of Krishna, help them like that way.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
If they are not in connection with Krishna, then make connected them with Krishna.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Where
is Prabhuji? Ram Sankarshan Prabhuji?
Now he is traveling now.
Traveling?
Yes.
So what happened about your yatra?
प्रभु जी वो टाइम में राम बेटी का एग्जाम रहेगा, वो टाइम है ना,
अच्छा क्या?
मार्च में, मार्च फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड वीक में।
Oh, exam is there.
हाँ
Okay, okay. So I think we choose the wrong dates.
हाँ, हम लोग मिस हो गए, नेक्स्ट टाइम देखेगा, नेक्स्ट टाइम चांस मिलेगा।
Consider the exam dates also. March is a critical time, exam time.
यस,
Okay. Okay. But check if in case exams are done or something like that, or it's a big gap, then last moment also you can book tickets. Confirm.
ओके
Okay.
ओके।
Sasi Prakash ji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So,
How your chanting going on?
chanting is going on. It's going good, but what I'm feeling like I'm not able to remember throughout the day. Morning I will be different, and come throughout the day I will be different. So I will not be able to remember all those things. In short, Krishna, I will not be able to remember. So morning I will do chanting. I will do.
That is what the sadhana bhakti is. In the beginning stage, that is the fight between mind and your spirituality. Mind will not allow you to remember, but when you are chanting, means you are forcing the mind to remember Krishna, and that is what the process is meant for. And you are struggling, that means you are in the right path. At least you are realizing that you are not able to remember. That means sometimes you are remembering. So that is good. So the part of time what you are remembering and the part of time what you are not remembering, try to maximize the remembering time, and slowly it will increase and it will go down like that. So whatever impetus that is helping you to remember Krishna, focus on that. And whatever things that is helping you to not remember Krishna, just take it out from your life. That's how you can balance the life. And while chanting, you can pray to Lord Krishna to help you to remember all throughout the day. Prayers are very powerful. You can sincerely, honestly pray to Krishna. It is between you and Krishna. And you will pray sincere prayers to Lord Krishna, definitely he will help you. Huh?
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay. So earlier I was getting time to read some books also, like Prabhupada books. But now I am not getting. Just I'm doing some 12 rounds chanting. After that, I will be done for complete day. So it's like that. My attitude has become like that.
But earlier you were reading Bhagavad Gita, right?
Bhagavad Gita. Earlier I was I was reading consistently. I was reading daily, means 15 minutes means I have to read. I was reading. But now what is happening? I don't know whether I increase chanting time. So earlier I was doing 8 rounds only, and and 15 minutes I was giving. But now I have that 15 minutes I'm dedicating for chanting only. So I'm feeling that's why I'm not
is
able.
not telling you. Mind is telling, see, 15 minutes you are giving and reading. Now in that 15 minutes you are chanting rounds. So why you are taking more time? Then time is over. Jitna time quota tha, that is completed with the chanting. Don't take Bhagavad Gita now. These are the tricks of mind. Hey, you will open your WhatsApp or YouTube or game. Sometimes hours of our time goes in that. That time mind
That is happening.
so mind is very, very critical person in the, he will not allow that person to be always get connected with Krishna. And he will give so many suggestions, so many ideas. But somehow that if you focus on chanting and reading Gita, you will see the time where you do lot of wastage. You are in social media or playing some games or chit-chatting with some friends. So many time, whatever time get waste, it will be saved. And you will see that so much time you are saving in your life. So these two things always you focus chanting and reading Gita at least once in a day. In Gita, this knowledge will sharpen your intelligence to take proper decisions in the life. And chanting will strengthen your mind to get rooted. So you will get a lot of time. Don't worry about it.
So second time I'm reading Gita. So this time I'm feeling, I'm very good. I'm feeling like, I'm able to understand this type properly, and I can implement in it like this, verses in my life. I'm able to feel now because I'm understanding properly. First time it was like just reading.
Good to hear that. Practically applying in his life.
And so I'm able to remember, like, like first chapter, what and all happened. So somebody I'm able to remember.
Very nice. And what happened about your yatra?
Yatra, Prabhuji, actually, from this place, it is very difficult for me. I was planning, I'm planning only, planning. But ultimately, I decided if and all I will go, I have to go from Mumbai only, because if I will go from Bangalore, then it will be 2 more days. I have to apply leave extra.
But then how will you come from Mumbai?
So actually, bus always bus will be there. I will get bus comfortably from here. That nearby place Simoga is there. So from there I will get bus that 15 hours.
So that also you will apply leave for 15-hour journey from Bangalore to Mumbai.
Yes, so I think leave it will become some 8 days, I guess. So around 8 days.
8 days.
So that's what. Anyhow, I will book, Prabhuji, but because I am having very few leaves, that leaves are very few. So I will decide, Prabhuji. But first I wanted to visit that GV, because it is, coming there, it is, it's very convenient for me, that GV. And later on I can plan their Vrindavan, in case I get transfer and all. I applied for transfer, then it will be better. But anyhow, Prabhuji, I will book tickets. So because later on I cannot get my, if I change my mind, no, I will go. In that time I cannot get tickets.
Yeah, that's all. You book your tickets and you see the situation that time March. If possible, you can join, or else you can cancel. But that time you will not get ticket, and very tough at that situation. Book and take a call at that time.
Ji, Prabhuji. And buses and all, anytime I will get some 2 days or just anytime I will get buses. So that is not a problem.
Not an issue. So my concern is that when you will come to Mumbai in a bus, then again you have to book it, you have to board the train, then you have to wait for some time. So that time will be go. It will be wasted. So directly if you sit in a train in a Bangalore, then directly you will get done.
But actually for Bangalore also, I have to start here night. I have to start. So that will be more. I calculated that will take 2 more days. I have to apply 2 more days.
Achha. Then it's
because 35 hours journey is there. That too, it will be too much. So
okay. Then it's okay. Then you can book from Bombay, then you can come by bus to Mumbai. Mumbai it takes around 14 hours, 15 hours, something like that.
Ji, Prabhuji. Or in case if I will plan such a way, in case if I go to my home, so I can come directly from my home. That is also one option is there.
Okay. Yes, no problem. Go ahead. Yes, Manjari Mataji, you are hearing only everyone's comment.
Yeah, it's good. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. How is everything?
Yeah, all good by God's grace. My daughter is come, so I'm happy.
Oh, really? Yeah. How is she? Happy?
Yeah, she's also happy.
So, possible then the plan to come Govardhan Eco Village?
Yeah, I'll see. She's come for a short time, but if possible, I'll bring her and come.
She will feel very nice. Now the Kartik month is there. She will feel very nice. Yamuna Aarti, Govardhana Aarti, all the things.
Yes.
There. Yes.